I be fresh, so you know a nigga like new money. Yeah, I'm a crib, so you know a nigga like blue money. Say it's rats in the shoebox, that shoe money. Say it's rats on his head, they ain't gon' do nothing. I'm a young boss, I ain't really gotta do nothing. You a little poor, why you out tryna prove something? I get the low, my crew running, I don't care if it's old or new money. Woke up and put down the bed, I'ma sell all over to us. Money on my mind, money on my mind.
What's up? This is your girl, Miss Kiwi, and we're definitely in the building on tonight. We apologize for last Friday. We did not make it in, but that's all right. Why Not Said is here tonight. And I am here with my co-host,
Fast Lane 747. What up, what up?
and of course, you all know on the screen, Mrs. Mink. How are you on this evening?
Hey. Good evening.
We have a great show for you all tonight. Taking care of your temple. Your body is very scared. Let's talk about that. Miss
That's
Mink?
a good topic. That kind of stuck out to me. So, taking care of your temple. Do we actually know what that means to take care of your temple? I want to first, get us started off with our vision. This as well as any of our topics is not just for the season. This is for our youth, especially our youth, because we want to grab our youth and bring them on back to us. Open up that line of communication. Bring that trust factor in where our youth start to open up to us and those that are older than us, the more seasoned. Hey, we've had those life experiences and still experiencing life experiences. So we want you all to just ask questions, but we want our callers most definitely to call in, especially on tonight, because we want to know, what does it mean to you about your body, your temple, that God-given, I guess you would say, structure that our spirit resides in. So before we get started, I just wanted to kind of read something that I had found in Corinthians 6:19. It is stated, "Do you not know that your bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit, who is in you, whom you have received from God? You are not your own." This means that our bodies are not our own, but God, and that that is why it should be clear and pure and unnecessary impurities. So that kind of stood out to me, especially when Fastlane presented this topic to us. So hey, let's get right in.
Yes. We want to talk a little bit about, how do you preserve your temple? What is it that you do to preserve your temple? Do you even know what your temple is? Your temple is your body, which is a loaner from God. But how do you, as your daily task, what do you do in your everyday life? How do you preserve your temple? Let's just talk about that. If you want to call in and get in on the conversation, 515-599-1687. Call in, talk to us, share some of your experiences, or tell us, what do you do on your everyday journey to preserve your temple, because you only got one. And right now, with all the things that we putting in our body, the things we do to our body, that's wear and tear. So what are you doing to preserve your body? You have to think about your health. What are you eating? What type of things you read? What type of things you look at? All that plays a part with your temple. That's your body.
So, Fastlane, what does it mean for a body to be a temple?
Well, your body is where the soul and the spirit lies, for one. You know what I mean? And it's no man that I know of that's able to say, when this body went down, I was able to hop into another body. You know what I'm saying? Even though they say the spirit and the soul don't die. One thing for sure, we have to appreciate the here and now, which meaning he gave us this body for sure because we know we here. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And your spirit and your soul dwells in this body. And how we preserve it plays a major part of how long we might be here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not in control of the time, but while we here, like, one thing I thought about is, how can you show God that you appreciate what he have gave you? You know what I mean? As far as your temple, like, and that's like, when I say that, I mean, like, what do you give back to yourself? Like, we worry about giving and doing this and taking this in, but we don't realize that this is all we got. You could go replace your tennis shoes, your car, your house, but you can't replace your temple. And, like, on another level, like, people had it misunderstood when Jesus, we'll call him Jesus, when Jesus was walking this earth, and like, he was going into these churches and he was having issues with, these different churches, because like, the churches had issues with him because he was teaching the people that your body is your first temple. You know what I mean? Which meaning, like, this is very important. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't take care of this body, ain't no way you can walk through no church. Ain't no way you can walk to work. Ain't no way you can walk nowhere. You can't drive nowhere if your body is not functioning correctly. You know what I mean? So it's very important, because this is all we have. And how we treat it plays a major part,
Exactly. So that goes back to the things I was saying about what we, what we engage in, the things that we, read, the things that we put in our bodies, anything you put in your body, it comes out through your pores. So, you have to be considerate about a lot of those things. We need to get back to teaching our babies about their temple as they grow up. That's learning their body parts, learning how they body function. That's a part of being able to preserve your temple. Your body will let you know when it's sick. Your body will let you know when it feels good. Your body will let you know if you're lacking something, a vitamin
or just say, for instance, hygiene.
Exactly.
Some people don't take care of their temple, and their hygiene shows it. You know what I mean? You could smell, sense. You know what I'm saying? They might. Like, one thing I realize is taking showers and baths. It do something to me. It give me energy, for one. I could be feeling down. I had a rough day, and take a good bath, and it's like a relief. Or a shower, what I mean? It's like a relief.
Yeah.
So, certain things we do is very important to give back. That's like even going to get pedicures and manicures, you know what I'm saying? You give it back. You busting your feet all day. It's very important, even if you do it at home, to put your feet in some hot water. I'm saying that, but that's something I've been lacking lately. So I need to start soaking my feet in water more and just relaxing and going to get those pedicures or those manicures, because that's a major part of pampering yourself. And pampering yourself gives back to that body. You know what I'm saying? Exercising the body plays a major part. And like Miss Kiwi said, what you eating, what you feeding your body, what you feed your temple is very important, because we don't realize a lot of things we put in our body is poisoning our temple. That's why we don't be able to elevate on a higher level. And we've been fed a lot of this stuff for that reason. You know what I'm saying? Because the more our mind is cloudy, we can't tap into our power. You know what I mean? The more our body is cloudy, we can't think freely. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got a headache, you don't really want to think about nothing but that headache. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
You try to think, how can I get this thing away? How can I make it go away? Or if you got a toothache, or, like me, myself, like, I always was a junk eater. I loved eating candy and stuff like that, not realizing the importance of my teeth. You see what I'm saying? So as we get older, we realize when you start losing all them teeth from all that good sweet candy, you realize, like, man,
cavities.
like, man, these things ain't gonna grow back again. You know, if we use a little baby, it might bounce back, but after that, you gonna have to go to the dentist and get something put up in there, because they not coming back, and those cavities hurt. And
they do.
So,
So you said something that was very, it was good, because, like you and Miss Kiwi stated, we have to think about what it is that we put in our body. But why is it so hard for us to, we think that we need all of and I'm gonna say earthly things that are man-made, because what God created that was earthly, that we should be taking more heed to putting in our bodies for those from that natural instinct. We don't do that. Why is it so hard for that?
Bad habits. Growing up, just
It's been passed down.
yeah, bad habits.
Like, we really got to be honest. Like, certain things have been passed down. And not making that as an excuse. We pick those bad habits up. We watch people do it, and we, like, crave the same cravings. You know what I'm saying? You see somebody eating some chips all the time. Next thing you know, let me get one of those
That's
chips.
me.
Before you know it, you're going to buy chips. And
Right.
it's just habits, you know what I mean, that we have to break, because we don't realize how those habits is really affecting us. You know what I'm saying? Like Minister Farwell, Elijah Muhammad, he wrote a book called You Are What You Eat. You see what I'm saying? And people didn't realize how important that book was. They were so busy caught up on the religion that it came from, they didn't realize the message. What we take in our body becomes a part of us. You see what I'm saying? Like, the meat don't break down as fast as we think it do. And also, and I'm not a vegetarian yet. I ain't made it there myself, but I'm aware, and I'm starting to practice more. You know what I mean? Like, I had a real bad sinus infection last week, and I didn't have no taste for nothing or nothing. And I realized, like, eating fruit. I ate fruit for 3 days without eating no meat, and I was full. I was good. You know what I'm saying? And I realized, like, I could really do this. Because I was reading something in a study. It said that like you just said earlier too, everything that God prepared for His children, it grows out the earth. You see what I'm saying? Because that's what our body is made to be able to break down. You know what I'm saying? Like, we not cannibals, so we really not, our body is not made to break meat down. You see what I'm saying? So this meat carry bacteria and all kind of other stuff. You see what I'm saying? So while it's sitting in our body, you know what I mean, it's affecting our body.
It's feeding that.
Exactly.
You feel me? And they say it's sitting there just like rotten meat. We got rotten meat sitting in our body from weeks and weeks and weeks. You know what I'm saying? And we don't realize we're not flushing it like we think we are. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yep, exactly. And
So how disrespectful do you feel that it is when it is that we're not treating our temple, what God has blessed us with? How disrespectful do you feel that is to God? I know that He knows that,
Wow.
we're human, and that, those are a part of mistakes that we make, but how disrespectful is it?
That's a good question. Everybody
Yeah.
should ask themselves that, because if you ask yourself that, then it'll make you start thinking about the things you put in your body, the
Right.
things you do to your body, the things you allow other people to do to your body. You know what I'm saying? All of that plays a part. Even when you're stressed. Stress plays a big part on wearing and tearing on your temple. Stress can become paralyzing, actually, because you be so stressed out, you like stagnant, you stuck. You don't know which way to go. That's wear and tear on your body.
Stress affects your organs in your body.
Exactly.
You see what I'm
It
saying?
do.
Like, it
It
really
do.
affects us more than we know.
Exactly.
And like, how we think plays a major part of how it affects our body. You know what I'm saying? And like you was asking, like, why do we feel so comfortable with certain things? You know what I mean? For one, we got so many programs programming us more to eat bad than it is programs telling you to eat healthy. You know what I'm saying? And then it's not cheap eating healthy.
not.
Just being honest. But
It's not.
but this a good thing though. You would spend money on a Louis bag, or I don't care what it is, Nikes or whoever, but you and people don't worry about the price. Yeezys
Exactly.
or whatever. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Right.
But they don't realize how important it is if you got to spend a little more money to eat more healthy. You know what I mean? I was just watching something talking about how the grind up meat, most grinded meat is coming from China. And we don't even know this. Yeah, our grinded meat, like the turkey. They say even turkey, ground turkey, ground beef. Most of this stuff is, we thinking it's coming from packing houses in America when they feeding us a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? Now, I don't know if that would be considered good or bad, but when you see the video when it's showing the other things they adding into this ground
They
up
just
meat,
throwing everything up in there.
yeah, you be like, whoa.
That's the reason why I don't eat it. I know. You start looking at stuff and paying attention. You
And
stop
the thing about it is,
woo.
you know, you sit and you think about all the years you did eat that
Right.
meat. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That meat still sitting in your body. You know, a lot of people don't even realize that you supposed to have a certain amount of bowel movements a day, and when you
Exactly.
don't, your digestive system is thrown off. And if I'm not mistaken, I think they say to have a decent digestive system, you need at least 5 to 7 bowel movements a day.
Damn.
Half of us don't even have 1 to 2 bowel movements a day. It all goes back to what you're putting in your body. Our body is not made for a lot of things that we put in our body, but we grew up thinking it was. So,
Right.
you know, we got to teach our children better,
And
you know.
And we're not doctors, but
Not
we're
at
coming
all.
off of the word from a doctrine.
Exactly.
Hey, God blessed us to be able, or whoever your higher, being is, your creator that you believe in, blessed us with this temple. And that's why it is that I proposed the question as far as to how disrespectful is it, because it is very disrespectful when it is that we don't feed our mind, body, and soul the right way. Then that is disrespecting what it is that we have been blessed with. To glorify God, our bodies mean to place physical trust in his plan to bring redemption to our brokenness. So a lot of things that we go through, even from like mental illness and all of that, it's all what it is that we are feeding into our temple, what we putting into our body, what we taking into our mind, because our mind, everything is on the inside of this outer appearance that we have, that is our temple. This is our temple. So it means if we take part in the groans of humanity and the painfulness of this sin that we, partake in, it means we don't remember his promise to us to bring wholeness and healing, now. So those are things that when I say the disrespect, that's what it is that we're disregarding. We're disregarding the promises that he made to us. Then we wonder why it is a lot of things that we go through. We wonder why these things we go through.
And like, we don't realize our ancestors, they was living way longer than us because they was taking care of their temple more than they was worrying about their physical outside appearance. You see what I'm saying? They was eating right, they was exercising, they was going out in the sun, getting the best sources of vitamin D. They was, they was grounded.
Rest.
They was like they was spiritually, in tune, you know what I mean? Like our body is being attacked in so many ways. And one thing we don't think about, that we only have one. They making
That's
clones,
right.
they clone Tyrone and all that mess, but you only have one. You can't play God. You see what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Right.
So we know for a fact that this is real right here in the
Exactly.
flesh. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? Like he said, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, which means that flesh, the Son, that flesh is real. You see what I'm saying? But it also carry that spirit. You know what I mean? And those are gifts where, like the spirit and the soul, it has to have a dwelling place. And our body, this is what God prepared for that. You see what I'm saying? And one thing nobody think about, you never really can just remake yourself. You could reinvent your way of thinking. You could even like sculpt your body in certain ways or exercise the body, you know what I mean? But it's still that same temple. So it's how we treat it. That's very important,
Yeah.
Right. And we don't think about the part that kind of stuff plays in why it is that we may have pains and hurt in certain areas, even our mind and so on and so forth. I found something that was very interesting. Let me ask you all, how is the human body compared to a temple? So just think about that question. We're in the human form, but we're also talking about the temple. So how is that compared?
Man.
That's a
You
good
say, how is that prepared? I mean, compared.
compared.
Well, one thing for sure is that both of them are dwelling places for the spirit. You see what I'm saying? But one fact for sure we know, within our own temple, your body is a house too, and that temple is a house. You know what I'm saying? Because it's housed in that spirit. You know what I mean? And that soul. And one thing we know is it's within us. We know the spirit within us. But when you walk into another temple outside of your body, and it be that building, you don't know what spirit dwells up in there. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So you have more power over that temple with that one that you looking in the mirror and seeing. You mean the one that building, you don't know what's inside that building. You know what I mean? So we have to be very careful of what temples we go dwell in. You see what I'm saying? That's why Jesus was trying to tell the people that you could go directly to the Father. He had a direct way. You know what I'm saying? Where you could bow down and pray wherever you at. You see what I'm saying? But, you know, as long as that body is in the right place to do that, mentally, you know what I mean, or spiritually, you know. So our personal temple is the most important
That's
temple
where the
there
spirit is housed. And I guess the human flesh is where the skeleton bone is housed. So, yeah.
And that's where the war is that's where the most deadliest wars are being taking place.
Ooh, yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Within ourselves, you know, because we have we have good and evil in all of us. That's why he said no man is perfect. You know what I mean? But we have to decide which side of that scale you want to balance out more. You know what I'm saying? So within our temple, some of us carry evil temples. Some of us carry, and when I say that, they tend to dwell towards the darker side more. You know what I'm saying? Some of us dwell towards the light more. You know what I mean? And you know, different temples got different spirits up in it, flat out. You walk into a certain building and you'll feel a different energy and you'll be trying to figure it out, but you know something ain't right up in that building. You might not need to be there. And there's certain temples you could walk into and you could feel a peace within there. You know what I'm saying? So that place is probably protected by good energy. You know what I mean? So that's a hell of a question, though.
And as a matter of fact, before you go, that kind of what you just hit on.
The other side.
What you just hit on actually it's Ephesians 2:21 and 22. It says, in whom the whole structure being joined together grows into a holy temple in the Lord. In him you also are being built together into the dwelling place for God by the Spirit. So that's just what you was just speaking on about the
Yes, most definitely. So what I found was, and when I asked that question, so the legs have been compared to the pillars of the temple.
Okay,
the body is the body to the shrine which devotion for God lives, and the head is compared to the cupola of gold crowned by the thoughts of God. When I saw that, I just thought that was just something, you know, was amazing, because we don't think about just what our outer appearance can depict as far as that inner appearance, and how that all kind of works around, you know, what God presented back in I'm gonna say in biblical times, of that temple where we would go and worship. When we have our own very temple that we can worship within, you know, hey, like I said, the legs have been compared to pillars of the temple. So, you know, this is how it is that temple stands, how strong that temple stands. And then the body, which is all over, that's the shrine to where the devotion of God lives. That just, I don't know, it just spoke volumes to me when I read
that's
that.
Heavy. That's heavy.
Because that kind of breaks it down. And pillars are legs that keep you standing, holding up something. So, yeah, that's very interesting.
One thing, though, the difference is the legs on our feet. I mean, the legs that our temple have, your personal temple, it can move you places. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like God can lead you a lot of different places. A building is built and most of the time is in that one location. You know what I'm saying? So the people have to come to that building, you know what I mean, and bring the energy to that. But our temple, we can take it many places, long as you take care of it.
That's why they say it's within. Church is within. within the temple.
And a lot of
That's
people
right.
put
Within.
more value into the building instead of the spirit within. You know what I mean? Because if people brought good spirits to those different places, it would be a different energy you would get out of it. You know what I'm saying? People thinking the building gonna change the feeling or the building is gonna bless you. No, it's not. The building that's gonna bless you.
It's-
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? It's God gonna bless
It's
you
the
for
spirit
sure.
within
And the
you.
spirit within, you know what I'm saying? Like, because he gave us this temple. No man chose the temple we have. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
None of us. No man stands over himself and breathes oxygen into his temple. No
Exactly.
man turned the AC on into his body. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? No matter.
And when you breathe, and when you get sick or when you're not feeling good or something going on with your body, that'd be the first thing you get to praying about. Bless my body, bless this sickness, bless, you know what I'm saying? But that all goes back to you have to watch what you're putting in your body. You have to watch the intake of everything you do with your temple because, like you said, we only get one of those. And once it start breaking down, because your body will tell you the different things
Right.
that's going on. That's why it's important to get to know thyself.
Yeah.
Meaning your body, your temple, your mind, your inner you. It's good to know thyself, you know.
So
You
how
know
do you
your
think
temple,
we're
you'll know
supposed?
what to put in it.
How do you all think we're supposed to nourish that temple?
With proper
What's a-
rest.
That's
You know,
a major
you
part.
gotta get proper rest because your body will tell you when it's ready to shut down. It's gonna give you signals. It's gonna give you pains. It's gonna give you sicknesses. But a lot of times we go straight to, we got a cold, we got the flu, or we got COVID, or we got this. But if you really know your body, which is your temple, your body will give you signals. Sleep is the most important because rest is what give you that energy, gives you that get up and go, that, I can make it through this journey to get to the next journey. But if you're not getting the proper rest, your body is going to shut down on you.
And another thing is, just like you were saying, the tongue can curse the temple. The tongue,
That's the most
when you
powerful
speak
thing on
certain
your
things
body.
out, like they say, be careful what you say about yourself. Be careful what you speak out into the universe about yourself and about your temple. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Because it shall be. They said, so as a man thinketh, it shall be.
be,
So and what you speak, that's why they said it's most deadliest sword, because we cut ourselves so much with the tongue. You feel me? Like when you be like, oh, if you said I'm sick and I was and this and when you claiming that, your body gonna accept that's what you think. Okay, well that's what it is, because our body naturally can heal itself. You know, when we put the
Yes.
right things into it.
Yep.
You know, so because he made it like that. Like I was reading something that said when you cut you might cut your hand or whatever. Now if it's not bleeding so bad that you got to go get stitches, you see what I'm saying? And even then, they said the skin, if your body is in the right place, your skin gonna
Yep.
naturally start making a scab. And that scab gonna develop. And then once that scab start peeling off, you know what I'm saying? Your body naturally does that. You don't have to tell your body to do it or nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna naturally create a scab. You know what I'm saying? Now some people might heal slower. And that goes back to what we put in our temple. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. So one thing, and just from a spiritual side, what, like you both have alluded to, as far as to what we speak, our regular diet should be of God's word. Just as we must eat each day, so must we take the time to read, that scripture, the word, each day. We need to pray regularly. In reading the Bible, God speaks of us. In prayer, we speak to him. So the more it is that we have that connection with God, the more it is that, or your higher being or your creator, the more it is that we understand why our temple is so important. And then we ask for, that healing or whatever it is that we're asking for. We need to be still, meditate on the things that God blesses us with. And when it is that God blesses you with a mind, hey, that mind is very powerful. So if you are, feeding it properly, and if it is that you are just continuing to care about that mental state and trust in your father, the higher being, then hey, that will most definitely help to take care of that temple.
Yes.
And that's true. That's true. That's
Those are
true.
some priorities.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, 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 yes.
And you know, even and that even goes with, we have to talk about this as well. With using alcohol, using drugs, that's another thing that really torments your body. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
People that just drink, or people that use alcohol all the time. You find that they look more older, or like they done been through a lot of, torment, or they done just been down through there. But that alcohol and those drugs is taking a toll on your body and causing you to age faster. It's a lot of things. Don't get me wrong. I'm talking about it, but, every now and again I have a cocktail, so I'm not talking bad about it. I'm just saying
But
that
it's facts.
things that we put in our body, and the one finger I'm pointing at everybody, both pointing back at me, we have to be more conscious of what we eat, what we drink, what we do. And I'm going to keep saying that because that is wear and tear on our temple, and our temple will let us know.
You know what's deep though? When you chose to say alcohol, what we don't realize is nobody really tripped off why they call it spirits. Alcohol. They got certain places in the South it's called spirits. You going that's straight liquor. That's the name of the places you go buy the liquor from. Well, what we don't know is that they said that alcohol it affects our spirit. You know what I'm saying? And that's why some people get different reactions with it. You know what I mean? The more you take in, the more you have. Sometimes you might have a wild reaction. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a spirit you take it in, and it's deep with the alcohol for real. Because I'm not saying I won't drink, but the more I learned that, the more I realized being cautious of how much I take in my body, because it affects our spirit more than we know it. And they have made us comfortable with it like it's a casual thing. But nobody's thinking about how is it really affecting our body. It's a lot of people who have died from drinking alcohol, from alcohol poison to driving drunk and under the influence. You know what I'm saying? It affects us more than we know it.
It does.
And then nobody ever trip off of that hangover feeling.
Exactly.
See what I'm saying? That is a terrible feeling on your body.
Yes.
And your body is crying out to you like, wow, why did you do this to me? And we say it every time, I'm not going to do that again. And we turn around and do it again. But your body is really crying to you after a hangover like, man, you just killed me. You see what I'm saying? So we have to really pay attention to that part, that comeback. When we put it into our body, it's fun. But when we try to get it out of our body, it ain't.
It ain't so fun.
You know?
And that's true though, because I'm gonna tell you, and I ain't never been an alcoholic, nor have I been a person that like drink. But when I used to hang out in the club, you have to be cool and be drinking your little drink and stuff. But yeah, it does, because I used to be a crying drink.
Yeah, because it affects your spirit.
I used to be a crying drunk, baby. And boy, I get full of that liquor, baby. You go here, and I used to always call you, crying about something. But
because it brings you into
emotions.
your lower self.
It do.
It makes you go into your lower self. You start wanting to blame, and you want to start pointing fingers or reminiscing and looking backwards, and before you know it, you get all worked up. You know what I'm saying? And that's that spirit affecting your spirit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, we don't know that, like, God have gave us so many gifts, but they're being attacked in so many different ways where we can't use them like we need to because of the things we putting into our temple. You see what I'm saying? That's just like a church that, somebody coming into the church and they come in there and causing mayhem every time they come in there. Well, for one, if the pastor is preaching and somebody coming in there interrupting the whole time and they got to get security to get them up out of there and it take time to do that, that day, there's a chance that the message might not even get passed to the people.
That's
You know
right.
what I'm saying?
That's right.
So
Because of the distraction.
exactly. So we have to be careful of the distractions we put into our temple.
Yes, that's
know?
a good way of putting it.
And
Yep.
I'm going to say this too. This is another thing that, you know, a lot of people might not like or like to hit on, but you have to be careful with sexual partners.
Yes.
Because
Oh,
people
yes,
don't
yes, yes.
understand that there are spirits that comes with laying down with different people. You know, for every spirit that you lay down with, they done laid down with somebody else, and they done laid down with somebody else. And a lot of times we don't understand why we happy right now, and then we sad the next minute, or why, you know what I'm saying? You know, like anything. I never had this older, but now I got an older. Or, you know, just all type. We have to think about the sexual partners that we have as well.
And
you
what's
know?
deep is this was something I was watching. This young lady was speaking to another lady, and she was like, well, you know, men have all these bodies. They can have sex with all these different partners and this and this and that. But why is it a big deal when women having all these different partners and all that? And she broke her down. She said, well, one thing is you got to know that the difference is the woman, when she have sex with all these different partners, she's taking on all of his energies, and they dwell within.
Yes.
And we be wondering why, you know, certain different vibes come out.
Yes.
See, y'all carrying those spirits longer than y'all know it. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Now, it's not saying that a man don't get it either, but y'all the ones who hold it.
Because we're emotional creatures. God
and y'all
made us
also
that
are
way.
naturally the carriers.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So that runs deep, because even with the child, when a woman, like when a man impregnate a woman, you got to realize that baby carrying a spirit too. You see what I'm saying? That baby carrying a spirit too. So that process of that sex, you know what I'm saying? Y'all take it in a lot of different energies and don't even realize it. You see what I'm saying? It's just the thing is y'all body is more sacred than what y'all know. Well, not saying y'all, but I'm just talking about as a whole. Like, a woman should never want to put herself in the shoes of a man. Exactly. You see what I'm saying? Because God gave y'all something special, and y'all have to protect it. You see what I'm saying?
And that's true.
Because when if your body is corrupted from all these different spirits, and then you put a child up in there, it affects that baby,
and
because you
gotta
carry it.
Come out with all these different things or things that might be wrong.
And even looking
so
like
real.
looking like a man that ain't even their daddy.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
So
because his
real.
spirit was still within you.
It's real. And that goes back to, you have to make sure you are watching and protecting your temple at all time, because it's real. Spirits jump from person to person to things, to all type of things. And you have to watch and be careful with your temple, because that is so true. Women, I said men and women because it goes both ways, but the women is the carrier, because we have the most. We make baby. We can have a baby. We don't make them, but we can have a whole baby out of us. So therefore, you do have to be cautious of who you sleep with.
And when I was saying that about the spirit, though, you think about this: if a woman dealing with all these different men, and like I said, when a man's sperm goes into that lady, that spirit. It's a spirit coming with that sperm. You see what I'm saying?
It's not just
it's
one.
It's
every spirit that man has slept with.
That's why they say it'll be 1,000 and only one might survive. And one might survive out of 1,000. You see what I'm saying? But that's still entering your body. You see what I'm saying? So you carrying that. And that carries DNA and all kind of other stuff. So that spirit is inside of that. You feel me? And it grows within y'all. You see what I'm saying? That's why, like, as a mother, y'all start feeling that body and that baby. And y'all start getting to know that baby while it's in y'all stomach. You see what I'm saying? You like, ooh, this baby mad today. Or, ooh, this baby been kicking up all dust today. And the baby ain't came out yet.
Eating. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's very important how we protect ourselves. I'm not saying just not to the women. I'm talking about all of us. Period.
All of us.
We have
All
to
of
be
us.
careful of who we sit amongst. You know what I'm saying? Because who you talk to, the information you receiving. You know what I'm saying? Because information is very important, but you also could receive the wrong information that could dampen your spirit.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It could throw your temple off. Some people have received information that made them want to destroy their own temple. You see what I'm saying? So we have to be careful about our body and how we put it in certain places. You know what I mean? Where we go and who we involve our body around. You see what I'm saying? It's just like you go to somebody's house and they sick and they ain't even tell you they was sick.
Exactly.
You know? And you go in that house, the next thing you know, you feeling all weird. And you start thinking like, why they invite me over here and they knew they wasn't feeling right.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. That's true. That's just like, you know, you have to watch when you going in and out of your house. Every time you swing your door open there and walk over your threshold. You know, there are spirits that enter into your home with you. That's why I say your temple is the most important thing that's going on in your life. Period. You just have to be cautious.
Yep. You have to protect it.
You have to
you
at
have
all
to
times.
protect it.
And I'ma always say, we have to start teaching our babies, boys and girls. You know, they have to learn their body parts at young age. That way they'll know how to start protecting their temple. No means no and yay mean yay. Because, you know, at early ages, our kids are being exposed to a lot of things that has to do with their temple, you know, and we as parents, grandparents, uncles, aunties, we have to take that rightful place and start teaching our babies about their temple.
Well, one mistake we have done is, you know, we give these children too much room to make adult decisions with an immature mind state. That's why a lot of these kids walk around, their hygiene is off and everything because they be like, his little butt ain't take a bath. Well, why you ain't make him take a bath? Exactly. Or why you ain't make her take a bath? Or why you ain't teach her how to clean her body? You see what I'm saying? Because that's their temple. So when we teaching them that your body is the most important thing, take care of your temple. Because if you worry about somebody else's temple and your temple ain't right, then you ain't going to be around. You see what I'm saying? Right. So you have to take care of your temple. You know, and we should give them a choice. We should force that on them. That's something we should force. And later on, they'll appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? That's like our mamas made us take baths. You wasn't finna be walking around the house smelling and all that. Exactly. You see what I'm saying? Or you can't come from outside and go into a kitchen and get to eating and stuff like that without washing your hands and, you know what I mean, cleaning yourself up a little bit. Because it's germs, and germs affects the temple. You know what I'm saying? When you carry them germs and the wrong germs get in that body.
And a lot of times you wondering why your body feeling like it feeling because it can't fight off them germs or that bacteria or that virus because of what you putting in there. You steady adding things to that virus or that bacteria that's in your body that's eating away at you, and you don't know why you know, reacting or having this pain or having these headaches. And, you know, and you got to know that in this food comes parasites. So you got to know that parasites get all into your body and it start affecting your organs. You know, you got to, like I said, it's deep, but you got to start being aware of your temple. And even if you, you know, even if you wasn't a person that knew any of this or, you know, wasn't that concerned about it, you know, these are just things that we have researched and looked up, and it also tells you in the Bible about how to protect your temple. There's a lot of scriptures that tells you on how to protect your temple. 1 Peter 2 and 5, 2 Corinthians 6 and 16. You know, you just got to start reading first. We as a people got to start reading first. That's the most important thing. Reading. And you have to know what you're reading, you know? Right. Don't just put anything in your spirit.
It's out there. It's out there for you to be able to understand. You know, hey, even if it is that you don't have the word, a Bible, you can, hey, get it online. Get it online. Google. How do I protect my temple? You know, what is good for me? What is in this meat? When I say that it's so much information out there, The mind is a terrible thing to waste.
Right.
And if it is that we feed it right, then we can start to see a better us. And, like we alluded to, some things that can help us to take those steps to treat our temple with respect. First, we got to equip ourselves with the word of God. We've been kind of speaking about that all day long. Whatever word it is that it comes from, whatever book it is that you read, as far as that word, then we have to equip. That's the first thing. Equip yourself with the word from the Creator. That's going to help you be able to equip yourself even more when we talked about taking that bath, addressing those hygiene matters. When we talked about the food that we eat and what it is that we put in our body. When we talk about the things that we, may indulge in on a daily basis, because there are so many things that's corrupting our temple that we got to start checking it. Yeah. Not only knowing thyself, but checking what thyself is putting in thyself. So, what's that?
Yeah, remaining disciplined, eating well, exercising, resting, all those are things that you should be doing regardless. But if you're not doing it, today is a new day. Start doing it. Just start being aware of what you're eating. Start being aware of what you're reading. Start being aware of, who you around. What are you allowing in your spirit? Because I'm telling you, that's why you go through the day so confused and not knowing, which way to go and what do I want to do next, because you fighting so many different spirits inside of you, you confused. So, you got to start asking for deliverance, asking for repentance, and start rebuilding your body, your temple. That's all you get. That's all you get.
Bottom line.
That's all you get.
Yes. So get that rest, build that body. Hey, we're no experts and our word is not law, but one thing for sure is what it is that we have spoke on tonight. You can also look it up for yourself, and you can see, just how truthful it is. And all it takes is that one little baby step, that first step into doing something different to help create a difference is the biggest step that you can take. We can't move too fast sometimes in the walks that we walk. But if it is that we slow down and just take that moment to start walking, that's all you got to do. That's all you got to do.
Like they say, a journey of 1,000 miles start with one footstep.
That's right.
If you don't take that one footstep, you definitely ain't gonna get closer to them 1,000 miles, knocking them down. Even if you walking to the car to take that journey, you see what I'm saying? You still gotta walk to the car. You gotta take the first step. Like they say, you take one step, and he gonna take 10 for you. And because a lot of times, like one thing I have realized is this universe is so real. When you go seeking, they said, seek it, you shall find. So if you take the time out to even reach out or even seek, the universe is going to start pouring to you what you really need to know. Exactly. Information will start coming to you in the most weirdest ways from all kind of different directions if you open yourself up to receive it. You see what I'm saying? Like, so a lot of people are so caught up in what they think they know that they feel like they don't need to learn nothing else. They think they got it all figured out. You see what I'm saying? But, like I have learned that the more I learn, the more I realize what I don't know.
No, exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
And the thing about it is you got to stop always looking at the messenger. You got to just take the message and get what God got for you, because a lot of times people miss that message because they too busy focusing on the messenger. It don't matter how he sent it to you. You better just get it. You did? Because if you don't get it, you're going to miss it. And then there you have it. Okay?
Another lesson come with it. Because most of the time when he send the messenger, that's that warning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's
warning
sending
before
the information.
destruction.
He's saving you, or he sent you the answer.
Yeah.
And, you'll be steady searching and seeking. And the whole time you looking like, I've been sent you the answer. Yeah. But you denied it because you was too busy paying attention to the messenger. You didn't hear what he was telling you. Because if a stranger come tell you something that you need to know, no matter if you want to hear it or not, what's for you is for you.
It's for
See
you.
what
That's
I'm
right.
saying?
Yeah.
A baby
right.
could teach you. You
Exactly.
can learn from a fool. And learning from a fool is to learn what not to do or how not to be as foolish. You know what I'm saying?
And a word from the wise. Hey.
Yep. And if it is that,
just
never
become a
feel that
student.
you're alone.
Exactly.
Never feel that you are alone. Because I don't know if, people have read, it always stands out to me, the footprints in the sand.
Yeah.
That right there, it lets you know that you are not alone. So you have to take those initiatives to show that you are willing to submit. You are willing to submit, because if you submit yourself, hey, believe me, all the rest is smooth sailing, because he gonna pick you up and he gonna carry you the rest of the way. But you gotta submit. So let that take respect in that temple. Respect your creator in what it is. I'm just as guilty. So hey, I'm speaking to me first. And just sharing some, a little bit of my wisdom with those that our audience that's listening. Nothing that we are saying is coming from a point of putting nobody down or just saying that 100% what we saying is right. Look it up for yourself. Find out. Take those steps in the sand and watch what he does.
Yeah. Well, Miss Mink, one thing that's a fact. If you listen to the message, you, instead of paying attention to the messenger, we're not talking personal. We're not talking personal. We're telling you, everyone in this world has a temple. Now, how you take care of your temple, that's when it becomes personal. You see what I'm saying? And that be the problem. People be tripping on, well, you think you know this, or you think, well, if I give you something that's true, or I give you something that can help you, no matter what I think I know, take it and run with it.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And that's what it comes down to. We got to quit being so judgmental. Like they said, you know what I mean? Show the first person you show without seeing, he could be the first one to cast a stone. And there you go. We got a caller. Take that.
Okay. Hello, caller. Can you hear us? All right. I think we lost the caller.
Call back, caller. We got a few minutes.
Call us right back, caller. We got a few minutes before we are off the air, but call us back.
We got a few minutes for you, baby.
Yes, but we are just talking about taking care of your temple. So if you have anything to say or add to, or you might want to share something, or give someone a little encouraging on how to take care of their temple, or
or just share how you take care of your temple.
Share how you take care of your temple. Call in 515-599-1687. I don't know what's going on with the phone, but call in again. It was finna ring, but then it hung up. I don't know. But as we said, make sure that you're getting the proper rest. Make sure that you're eating good. Make sure that, when you're reading the word, you're not taking the word and making it beneficial to you. I'm talking about as far as not good. Use it for what it's really saying. And you'll find out that, hey, you'll feel a lot better. Is that somebody calling?
He calling it.
Oh, we calling the caller back now. Why not say it in the building? Well, caller's not answering, so.
Maybe the caller got a little.
Hey, that's okay. Well, caller, we appreciate you anyway.
Hills. This is Janice Burley. I am the unit secretary and transportation supervisor.
Well, that's all right, caller.
Well,
we appreciate
sorry we
you
missed
anyway.
your call too.
Yes.
And if you got a minute or something, you can call right back.
You can call right back to Why Not Said and talk about how do you take care of your temple.
You know what's crazy? A lot of people are intimidated. I wouldn't say so much intimidated, but it seems that way because people call us all day for all kind of other stuff, but they don't call in to voice their opinion. You
or
don't have
share, or anything.
That's what I mean. Like it's your opinion. Everyone has one.
That's right.
It's why not say it? It's saying why not give your opinion? You never know who you might help. You never know.
Right.
You might help one of us.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You might give us something. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it's
yeah,
good though.
that was
you
good.
know what?
That's really good, right?
Yeah, it's just one of them things like, what's for why not said is for why not said. We just said don't listen to the messengers. Just listen to the messages. And the thing of it is what's for you, take that and strive. Right. You ain't got to even have nothing negative to say. If you don't like what we saying, you don't even have to listen.
And if you want to say something negative, talk to us.
Yeah,
we done heard worse. You feel me?
Hey.
So if you want to fuss at us, you want to tell us we wrong, we right,
hey,
that's your opinion. It's okay.
Your opinion.
You feel
Just
me?
Like
if you want to have a nip right now and you felt some type of way about us, hey, talk to us.
Talk to us.
It's nothing personal. We ain't got no room to judge nobody.
Okay, we got King Kong in the trunk. Let's see what we got going. Hello, caller. Can you hear us? Hello, caller. How are you?
Well, how are you guys?
Well, we're good. How are you today?
The voice of the South. What's happening?
What's happening? We are talking about taking care of your temple. Did you call in to give us some good advice or some encouraging words or to maybe help somebody out or even just share how you take care of your temple?
Well, listen. You know the message always gets shot. I just want to get shot today. If you know your message then you always get shot.
Do what? The
caller. Hey, so for some reason you was going in and out, caller. I don't know if you was too close to the phone or not, but can you repeat that for us? Because you sound like you went Chinese on us, baby.
Me long time.
And we love you long time, but we didn't understand your language. Say it one more time.
Because they need to understand.
Talk to us then, baby.
It's built for you to be told something.
Yes, ma'am.
And God sent it through different people. Now, you might not like how you receive it or when you receive it, but He always makes sure you receive it on time.
Yes, ma'am.
But the message always gets shot.
Well, you better put on that bulletproof vest of faith and make sure you believe.
And that's why you got to put the shield on. That's why God gives you that shield. So when He sends you to deliver that message, you got your shield on.
Exactly. You can't even worry about the shooters because you got a bigger gun backing you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. So did you call and tell us how you share? Are you sharing with us how you have kept your temple all these years? Give us some of your secrets. That's right.
Praying.
Okay.
Paying attention. And not being oblivious or naive to situations.
All right now.
Yeah, that's very important.
All right now.
Because when you pay attention to your surroundings and do not be naive or oblivious to what's going on, you might be able to learn something.
Might learn something. That's why you got to be a student at all times. You can't never have that attitude.
Student at all times. A student at all times.
Yes. Well, caller,
and if you listen twice and speak once, you might comprehend what you have going on in front of you.
That's right. That's definitely true. That's definitely true. Well, caller,
because sometimes you need to be quiet and listen.
All right, I'm gonna be quiet and listen, then, baby. Come on, then. Well, you need to come on.
Everything don't deserve a reaction.
Yes, right.
You better talk a little faster, baby.
Ain't that your true putty put?
Talk a little faster, maybe you can keep up.
Yeah, because we ran out of time. The clock is not with us no more right now, baby. So we need you. We can't, not too many pauses because we almost.
Okay, because the clock's gonna go out on you, baby. So you better keep up and come on and say what you gotta say.
So, we done said it. So message shop, pay attention to what you're doing. Listen twice, speak once.
All right.
Comprehend what your surroundings are. Pay attention to what the people are saying in front of you.
Yes. All right now.
If you're uncomfortable, speak it. If something's on your mind, speak it.
All right now. Well, all right. We always appreciate you calling in, caller. We love you to death for being one of our faithfuls. But as you know, we are coming to the end of this, and
we're coming to the end. And I love y'all.
We love you too, baby.
We love you
Take
too,
care of that temple. And
listen
make sure
twice.
you teach my cousin how to take care
And
of her
speak
temple.
once.
That's right.
Listen twice and speak once. Listen twice and speak once. Listen twice and speak once. A mama word goes a long way. Love y'all.
Love you too.
Why not say it? We signing out.
And we always thank all of our viewers, our callers, the ones that tune in, the ones that support us on a weekly. We thank you until next Friday. We will be back with another great topic. Why not say it? We got Fast Lane 747 that's going to take us out. And we are. Yeah. We cannot
pray for prosperity, now it's back to the paper. Put up before everything, the alpha and omega got me through this maze. This way is more safer. This time